Life is like a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs. But hey, the next up is yet to come. Now let's dive into my educational adventure of the past 5 months. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Nadezhda and I study architecture in Germany. The last semester I participated in the co-design studio exchange program by Fundamentals in Utrecht together with 18 other wonderful students. We worked on always switching groups on many diverse projects that hurled complex design problems on our way. To tackle these challenges, we used the method of design thinking and created optimized solutions whilst collaborating with all stakeholders. Now, let's break down my growth journey through the milestones I encountered in each project. Imagine me, a bit anxious about being in a new country, not knowing what to expect. I went into the studio filled with all those many interesting people. Some of those lovely people made the start quite easy for me. After a week of settling in our new surrounding and getting to know each other, we dove directly into our first project exploring our methods. Design thinking? Never heard of that. Our task was to find a way to make charity participation easy, fun, and accessible for Utrecht students. This aligned perfectly with the news of earthquakes in Syria and Turkey. I was actually very surprised that we worked on something that is potentially benefiting the whole world or could be truly impactful. Despite initial challenges and a healthy dose of fear, of course, I discovered the wonders of teamwork, the importance of communication, and the essence of co design. On the final day, I was able to show my designing skills while creating a board game that supported the nations. The fact that it's a drinking board game, we better leave out on this point. After this kind of pilot project, we faced our first real project. This project was about collaborating with the University Medical Center in Utrecht, or short UMC, to address the holistic lifestyle support needs of cardiovascular patients in an older age. Patients often struggle with motivation and trust, which led us to the concept of goal achievement reminders. Now, gathering data on such a sensitive topic was not that easy, but despite the challenges, we received positive feedback and crafted prototypes that hit the mark, booklets, and even stickers. It felt like the solution had been long overdue, yet no one had attempted it until now, even though it had the potential to benefit people worldwide. Personally, I found my place within the team, growing my confidence to speaking up. I discovered the joys of taking the lead and playing a supportive role, both surprisingly equally. Okay, and now we're hitting into the first exciting roller coaster bump. Hold on tight! Our client, AKC Arbeidsdeskundige, tasked us with optimizing scientific knowledge distribution to labor experts. Pretty early, we realized that prioritizing soft skills, practical knowledge, and motivation was the key. A co-design session validated this. At first, we aimed to create a game that would provide the latest research information to labor experts. However, we realized that our initial approach missed the mark. Fun fact, it had been within the last 2 days before our exhibition of the 4-week project. So we took a step back, analyzed the entire system, and took again all stakeholders into account. Lucky I learned that implementing critical thinking and embracing last-minute changes can lead to extraordinary results. The end product was a systemic design showing our client's vision and highlighting the crucial aspects necessary for success in knowledge distribution: topics, language, medium. Sounds now pretty easy, right? It's actually not. I'm definitely pleased by the end result, but truth to be told, I constantly was trying to find my role within our team. I learned a ton of theoretical methods, but my potential and creativity felt a little bit behind. I felt like the quiet one who obediently executed tasks. Thankfully, with the help from our coaches, I began to realize that communication could have been my savior back then. But hey, we live and learn, right? And also, our final perspective shift helped me break free from the more or less emotional down. You know how it is. After every low. Anyways, we split into two groups. One went to Denmark, and like me, I found myself in the Finland group. Our task this time was to design a method to express gratitude to contributors of KiCad 2025, a Finnish research network focusing on circular economy. These 4 days were intense, don't get me wrong, intense in the best possible way. Our concept involved crafting an entire event that celebrated the involved researchers by letting them create their own awards using waste materials. It perfectly aligned with the principles of the circular economy, fostering pride, connection, and reflecting Finnish design. You see, I'm getting pretty passionate. After feeling anxious from my previous project, this Finland project was exactly what I needed to recharge my energy. The topic resonated deeply with me, and the group dynamics were simply amazing. We collaborated, no designated leader, just communication and support. Even the end result showcased each individual's unique contribution. I felt so seen. And if you want to know more about this project, you can find a link in the info box below. There's a video quickly pitching our idea. After a teeny tiny pressure cooker week, we started into War Room Week, inspired by Churchill's War Rooms. Everyone was already kind of afraid after all those rumors from previous students, but this week was all about personal development. Summed up, we mapped out our lives, took a step back to see our potential for future projects. We even had a fascinating breathing session called the Wim Hof Method. That was really cool. For most of us, this week was pretty intense, but it beautifully balanced out the roller coaster of my emotions from the previous projects. So yeah, and now we arrived at the grand finale. The moment I heard about this one project focusing on ensuring free distributions of menstrual products across the entire Netherlands, I became fire and flame, as the Germans say. Initially, our team of 3 focused on designing a box filled with menstrual products that should hang in every bathroom across the country. We hosted a co-design session, conducted research through prototyping, super cool method by the way, and even attended a menstrual week. It was all incredibly fun and enlightening, and hearing all this positive feedback let us almost flow from the ground. However, we soon realized that addressing directly the taboo surrounding menstruation itself would be more impactful. That's when the idea of the museum blossomed. We called it tamponerie, inspired the idea of our clients. We witnessed how this concept opened conversation and left room for education. Those together are pretty good weapons against taboos, if you would ask me. Beyond the importance of working towards an inclusive society, I also work quite a lot with my graphic design skills, which I really missed a bit. However, through ups and downs in this entire program, this project served as the perfect grand finale. And there you have it, my roller coaster ride of education and development over the past 5 months. This minor not only helped me grow professionally, but also transform me as a person. Life truly is a thrilling adventure filled with unexpected twists and turns. So maybe a second ride? But this time, let's try another roller coaster.